Canada's GDP remained flat in August, but a preliminary estimate suggests the Canadian economy actually shrunk over the third quarter as a whole. CTV's Scott Hurst is joining us live now with a closer look at those numbers. Scott.
Lena, of course, for many months now, as we've all seen our own budgets dwindle with inflation, economic stories are particularly top of mind, which is why these GDP numbers are being watched so closely. Today, we can take a look at the numbers and walk you through what they mean for you, your budget, and the overall economy. Some economists are basically saying this is putting the Canadian economy on a knife's edge. Not seeing growth, but not seeing huge declines. Flat in August. Early data shows that'll likely continue for September, and early estimates suggest it shrank in the third quarter. This is all being tied to higher interest rates, inflation, forest fires, and drought as what's been weighing on the economy. Some of the top reasons why the Canadian economy came to a standstill. And we can hear more from senior economists from the Canadian Centre for Policy Alternative, David McDonald, explaining what this means for Canadians and specifically these GDP numbers today.
A recession period is just two periods of negative real GDP growth, which could plausibly be the second and third quarters of this year. Now, there isn't a hard and fast definition between technical and actual, I guess, if you were to put it that way. But these two quarters look like the growth is not dramatically negative, not say -1 or -2%. But maybe -0.1, or, the second quarter this year was -0.0. Technically, yes, it would be a recession, two quarters, but there wouldn't be substantial drops in real GDP.
And so listening to that, that's why it's really being called a technical recession. Economists are looking for broader-based weaknesses to qualify the downturn as a recession. The weakening of the Canadian economy is likely to ease inflationary pressures. Experts believe don't expect additional interest rate hikes from the Bank of Canada if this trend continues. And a recent forecast from the Bank of Canada suggests economic growth will remain weak for the rest of the year. And Lena, it'll continue into 2024 as well. We'll send it back to you.
All right, Scott, thanks so much for this.